You're listening to this podcast, so I know you've got a curious mind. Here's a helpful fact you might not know yet. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $900 on average. Pop over to Progressive.com, answer some questions, and you'll get a quick quote with discounts that are easy to come by. In fact, 99% of their auto customers earn at least one discount. Visit Progressive.com and see if you can enjoy a little cash back. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $946 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2024 and May 2025. Potential savings will vary.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. You chose to hit play on this podcast today. Smart choice. Make another smart choice with Auto Quote Explorer to compare rates from multiple car insurance companies all at once. Try it at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Okay. But the best one, the very best one. In 2002, Julie Chu was the captain of Team America and Caroline Ouellette was captain of Team Canada. That's how they met. Facing off against each other on the ice, vying for the gold at the Olympics. Two women at the top of their game, leading teams with a history of fierce competition. They even had the same jersey number. The stakes were high, the tension was palpable, the rivalry was more than a little heated.
They had the same jersey number and they've dated in real life.
Hockey is real life.
You know what I mean.
Oh, Malik. They are married. They are lesbians. They have 2 kids.
Oh my God. Okay, that's honestly very cool.
Right? Like nobody is doing it like women's hockey. Except maybe women's basketball.
Oh, good point. And now I just have to segue from that to a joke about the Chicago Sewer Gators.
Wait, this is going in the show?
A part of it. A classy amount.
Okay, I'm holding you to that.
You looked up how to say Ouellette. You knew some part might make an N.
True.
Okay, let's see.
You need help transitioning to a setup and a punchline about alligators?
Yeah, let me think. We've already done the obvious ripping on Chance the Snapper and my incredible ultra stylish handcrafted costume. What does that leave?
You're out of ideas?
I think so.
Okay, so what you're saying is you need some gator aid?
Huh. He said through gritted teeth.
Someone on the radio said something about the sun going out forever in a month or so. But we all knew the end was near, nothing to be done from here. So I shake my head and off to bed I go.
Hello and welcome to World Gone Wrong, the show where 2 long-distance friends try to square up in the face of, well, the world that has gone wrong. I'm Jamie. With me, as always, is Malik.
What? Who? Me? Hey there.
And I'm coming in pretty cold, but as I understand it, today we have a big, juicy update for you about the sewer gators.
Oh, Jamie.
Nope. Okay, I immediately heard it too.
Juicy and sewer don't belong in the same sentence. They don't belong in the same postal code.
Nevertheless, we are here to explain, complain, and entertain.
Someone is perky.
I had a good weekend. We have gathered here today to discuss the Chicago Sewer Gator situation, which finally has some news we can sink our teeth into. Oh.
Not better.
Okay. Malik, as our Chicago correspondent, I believe you did some research?
I definitely did that.
Yeah?
I conducted an in-person survey of a primary source. Very academic, very technical, very demure.
You asked Steve.
I asked Steve.
How's Steve doing, by the way?
Okay, he and Stevia are officially split, which is too bad. They're not making their friends take sides, at least. It seems like it was just one of those things, you know? Not everyone is meant to be together. But Stevia is doing fine, and I think Steve's going to be okay, too. He's got a great head on his shoulders.
Okay, when he's not.
When he's not high out of his mind, yeah. So, Steve texted me a few days ago offering me an inside scoop for the podcast. It turns out that he's got a buddy who works in animal care and control. We met up for drinks and the buddy, let's call him Buddy. Buddy told me that a few weeks ago, he was at work when animal control got an alert through Shy 311.
You mean Shy 311?
No, I mean the regular one. Not the app for reporting supernatural issues in the city, but the original. The we need to change the bulb in the streetlight app. So, anyway, a jogger in Ravenswood had reported that she was cutting through a park when she saw what she thought was a coyote acting erratically. However,
A coyote, seriously?
that is what she said.
Was it, by any chance, a big, scaly green coyote with huge jaws, stubby little legs, and a massive tail?
No comment yet.
How would you confuse those two? Even if you only saw one of them for a few seconds, the shape of their bodies is fundamentally way too different. Alligators have such a low center of gravity.
We will get there. Now, there are a number of laws concerning how to handle wild animals found in Illinois. Animal control tries not to get involved unless the animal is sick, injured, or a threat to humans.
Question, who determines what's a threat to humans?
Like if it's in your house.
Oh, okay, fair.
The current rules surrounding coyotes are actually pretty live and let live. Maybe especially in Chicago, where it's illegal to hunt them.
Although that could also be
No, sure.
a population density thing.
At any rate, I'd say the coyote precautions Chicago takes are pretty coyote favorable. Like, if given the opportunity, coyotes can eat cats. Okay, keep your cats inside. Coyotes can get defensive if they've got babies to watch. When they're nesting in public parks, let's post signs near the dens warning people to keep themselves and their dogs away, you know?
Yeah, well, that makes sense to me, actually.
That's good, because to hear Buddy tell it, Chicago is sitting in the pocket of big coyote.
Oh, no, not at all. We've got to do what we can to make sure we still have big wild carnivores.
Hard to print that on a bumper sticker. Protect the predators.
Yeah, but that makes it even more important. The environment suffers horribly whenever we get rid of what was on top of the food chain.
Like the deer explosions in the suburbs, now that their only natural enemies are people driving cars.
Sure, or like coyotes eat smaller mesopredators like possums and raccoons. Possums and raccoons eat eggs and whatever baby birds they can find on the ground. So when you cut down on your coyotes, you actually end up with less bird diversity.
And who doesn't love bird diversity?
It's the same principle. Why it was so important to reintroduce the wolves back into Yellowstone. If you let the elk run rampant, they'll eat down the willows, which means less for the beavers to build with, which means fewer dams, which affects what the fish do, and on and on and on. Wolves and coyotes might not have big, soulful eyes or a starring role in their own Disney cartoon, but they have a vital function in nature.
Oh, are we back to talking about uncharismatic animals?
Something like that, yeah.
The city government of Chicago definitely agrees with you. But in this case, the jogger specifically said the coyote was acting erratically.
Okay, was it swimming in rivers and laying eggs, slowly blinking its transparent extra eyelids across its big yellow eyes?
An animal acting too strangely, of course, could have diseases, and those diseases could spread to other animals, including, you guessed it, us. So animal control shows up, and guess what?
The jogger had never correctly identified a coyote, an alligator, or a shape before.
It was a coyote. A genuine coyote.
Then what does this have to do
A
with...
genuine coyote that had been very recently bitten by an alligator.
Oh.
Yep, yes.
Okay, I have an apology to make. I am sorry, anonymous jogger. I shouldn't have questioned your judgment. Wait, how would they meet?
If you're asking for the coyote-alligator meet cute,
I mean, had the coyote gotten down into the tunnels or had the alligator gotten up into...
So, Steve pulled out his phone and opened up an old picture for reference. You remember that photo of those underground gator nests with the glowing fungi and the many, many alligator eyes?
Yes, vividly. Continue.
Well, Buddy explained that apparently this new crop of alligators are all grown up now. Yeah, they shouldn't be, for the record. He was pretty adamant about that. Hatchlings are supposed to take about 2 years to mature. He doesn't know what's going on, just that they're adults now, and they are trading tunnel life for sunlight. And on one hand, who could blame them? Chicago's beautiful this time of year, and tunnel's a tunnel.
Okay, I have so many questions. Mm-hmm. So they're just alligators in Chicago, walking around everywhere?
No, it's it may be worse.
How?
When they're spotted, it's generally near a sewer grate. Almost as if...
Oh, the alligators are using the sewer system like a secret highway?
Correct.
How are they even getting out?
Is someone helping them, do you mean?
Not putting on my little tinfoil hat just yet, but yeah. Don't tell me that Gatorade joke was weirdly prophetic.
Well, how does anyone get out of Chicago's many tunnel systems? Steve and Buddy said they're probably using a series of ladders.
Okay, I don't love the mental image of a giant alligator scampering up a ladder and headbutting open a manhole cover.
Jamie, oh God, look me in my eyes. It brings me no joy to share this, but alligators are above average climbers. They've got those claws, and the stubby little legs are all muscle. People have observed them scaling trees in the wild, both for a better sightline and also to enjoy the sun. And in the not wild about 6 years ago, a gator was filmed casually climbing a chain link fence protecting the Naval Air Station in Jacksonville, Florida. Or, climbing a chain link fence that was supposed to be protecting it.
Of course it was Florida.
The estimate is that they have 1.3 million gators in the whole state.
What did the higher-ups at the Naval Air Station do? Besides presumably build a taller fence?
Oh, well, it would have to be one hell of a fence. Alligators can climb as high as 13 feet.
Why? What happens at 14 feet? They sing an opera?
Oh, my gosh. Yes. Yes, I hope. That's my one wish for this community. I want alligators to sing opera. Okay, but my sources didn't say.
Your sources?
Buddy, the animal control guy, was busy buying shots for everyone at the bar. He was really cutting loose. I think his life is pretty hard right now.
Harder than the life of all the Navy personnel having to do their work around an alligator? Although,
yeah.
Florida.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in Chicago, the official gator policy is, if they're not bothering you, don't bother them. But what is bothering, really? If you're having a picnic by the lake and a gator is just sauntering towards you, what do? Is it time to pack up? When do you make the call? What if you got a small dog or a little kid with you?
What are people doing?
Well, to hear Buddy tell it, a lot of them are calling animal control. Calling it if a gator breathes in their direction, which is actually not the worst part for him.
Okay, but in Florida, all Florida man, or I guess Florida woman jokes aside, a Florida person.
Yes, thank you. Equal opportunity disasters here.
But this is definitely an expected part of the ecosystem in Florida. Everybody knows how to handle them, I assume. Everybody knows not to let your kids or pets wander near them, and also when is the time to actually panic. When a gator does get close enough, how are Chicagoans dealing with it?
Badly. Like I said, some people are freaking out long before that gator is even a blip in the radar. But some people are also... Buddy texted me a clip. Hang on. So the gators keep showing up around the beach.
Meaning the beach around Lake Michigan, for those of you thinking we're awfully far from the ocean.
Yeah, and finding the clip, pasting it in the chat. There you go. Jamie, there's no sound. So if you want to say what you see.
Okay. So there are some volleyball players. They're batting around a volleyball. Their form is not great. They seem pretty day drunk. An alligator slithers into frame. The game stops, naturally. They're all kind of looking at the gator. One of the volleyball players is saying something. Okay, great. A guy is reaching into a cooler and he's throwing hot dogs? He's throwing them at the gator? Mm-hmm. Wow. Really? Okay, so the gator is catching them in midair and everyone is cheering. Ugh.
Yeah, we actually had to institute a rule like, hey, please don't feed the prehistoric predators with the giant toothy mouths.
If there's one thing you don't want, it's wild animals getting used to thinking that they can get food out of people if they stay near us and hassle us enough. That way leads to the libertarian bears of New Hampshire.
Time out. The what? What?
Oh, okay. So a bunch of libertarians tried to create like a government-free utopia in New Hampshire. And among many, many other problems, they had no trash pickup. So the local black bears found out and things got messy. Some people were trying to keep them out and some people were actively feeding the bears. So the bears stopped hibernating because they suddenly had a year-round food source. There were bears showing up inside people's homes. It was a whole thing.
Ugh, man, the unfucking is wild.
Oh, no. This was in the 2010s. Okay, so tangent over. I just had to...
You know what? Maybe the world has always been going wrong.
So Chicago wisely said to stop throwing ballpark franks at alligators. What are the gators eating now?
Everything that Chicago Coyotes had been eating.
Garbage with the occasional rabbit and squirrels for zest.
Pretty much. Maybe normally there would be enough for both of them, but with the rats gone, it's getting to be slim pickings.
Oh, shit. Are they going to outcompete the Coyotes?
They might. Yeah.
It's the Colorado unicorn problem all over again.
Well, it's the Colorado unicorn problem. If the Colorado unicorn had salmonella and probably a lot of other diseases, considering where our sewer gator friends grew up.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and like on some level, if the gators completely take over from the coyotes, they could fill a similar ecological niche, maybe. I could totally see these alligators eating possums and raccoons, but we don't know what the gators' long-term plans are.
Right. They had all those maps.
And as far as we can tell, the maps indicated they were looking for new water sources.
Aren't alligators usually afraid of people?
Great question. And I would say yes, but in this case, usually is doing a lot of heavy lifting.
So these alligators are not hardwired to avoid humans?
Well, last summer, the sewer gators did a lot of skulking in the darkness, but this summer, the newest generation of gators do not seem scared of us at all.
Have there been any attacks?
On people? No. There have been some near misses with a few dogs on leashes, though. And the gators seem pretty determined to knock out the coyotes from their Chicago predator throne, at least for now. Multiple people have reported seeing coyotes and alligators facing off, and the coyotes are losing.
Hey, Malik. You got any good news?
Oh, one thing, maybe. It's actually about the Pied Piper.
Which is?
Gonna be revealed after this commercial break.
Oh, diabolical. Let's go.
Insurance isn't one size fits all. That's why customers have enjoyed Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years now. With the Name Your Price tool, you tell them what you want to pay, and they'll show you options that fit your budget. So whether you're picking out your first policy or just looking for something that works better for you and your family, they make it easy to see your options. Visit Progressive.com. Find a rate that works for you with the Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
This show is supported by Mixtape. Mixtape is a narrative adventure game by BAFTA award-winning studio Beethoven and Dinosaur. It draws inspiration from classic coming-of-age movies, bringing together 90s nostalgia, the highs and lows of adolescence, and the bittersweet feelings of growth, transformation, and moving on. Featuring music from icons of the era like Joy Division, The Smashing Pumpkins, Susie and the Banshees, and The Cure, you'll play through a mixtape of memories set to the soundtrack of a generation. Mixtape is available May 7th on console and PC. Check it out at mixtape.game.
Oh my God, Jamie. Oh my God. Jamie, I got it.
You got the fellowship?
I just opened the email. We are delighted to offer you.
Holy shit, Malik, that's awesome.
It's happening. Oh my gosh, it's actually happening.
Oh, okay, wait. Should we explain this to the listeners, what we're talking about?
Are we back from the break?
Yes, we can be back from the break.
Okay, ooh, yay, ooh, Mike, this is a microphone. We're back. I don't even know where to start.
Okay, so way back when we got the first listener letter about Maud, the very friendly spirit / roommate.
/ girlfriend.
Yes, Malik mentioned on the show how cool it would be to gather ghost stories. Not like ghost stories the way we think of them, but real life ghost narrative nonfiction.
After we finished the episode, I started thinking, Maud was alive in New York in the 20s. Wouldn't it be wild if she knew, I don't know, Langston Hughes? And then I actually looked up how far the Finger Lakes are from Harlem, and it's many hours, but...
Definitely a cool thought.
Every person is a little window into their era. And time recently has been opening a whole lot of windows that used to be shut.
So, a few months ago, Malik's advisor told him about this new grant he could apply for.
The Ebenezer Scrooge Big Picture Grant. Named in honor of the only outrageously wealthy person ever to be successfully reformed via Christmas ghosts. Probably not a coincidence that he used to be fictional.
And Malik applied.
I figured New York City has a ton of ghosts, all different eras, all different walks of life. The potential for new scholarship is kind of crazy. Not just interviewing the dead about who they knew, but also we could uncover other poets, people whose work didn't survive for whatever reason, and that could illuminate entire new channels of understanding. The primary source potential is huge.
And Malik, do you want to say what we just learned?
Oh, I don't know. I'm really shy about it. I got the grant. It's happening.
Congrats again. This is so exciting.
It's a year-long stipend to travel around locating and interviewing ghosts and then writing a report about how my findings relate to the evolution of the poetic performance self, which is my dissertation topic, handily enough. It starts this August.
That is so cool.
I'd already talked with my advisor in the department on the off chance this came through for me, so I'm going to take a little leave of absence from teaching and, yeah, ghost busting. Not busting ghosts, busting our preconceived notions about the past. I ain't afraid no ghost. Yo, remix it.
Okay. That's incredible.
Living that digital nomad life.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. I am definitely still in the processing stages, but holy shit.
Hey, Malik.
Yep.
If the fellowship starts in August, will you have time to keep making the show?
Yeah, I guess not.
You guess not?
Well, when I applied, I thought the chances it would happen were so small. I didn't really.
Yeah.
But I think you're right. I'm going to be traveling and interviewing and recording all the time. I don't even know what I'm going to do about therapy yet.
And this show takes a lot of effort. Doing all the research, fixing the audio, cutting things down to 20 minutes.
Listeners, you might find this hard to believe. We actually tend to have even more digressions than what makes it into the finished version.
Well, you shouldn't half-ass it. You shouldn't have to run yourself ragged trying to do both.
Yeah, I mean, both would suffer, right?
And we can't do that to your job or to the show.
Thanks for understanding.
Why do I feel like you're breaking up with me?
Jamie.
You have this opportunity, this great opportunity, and it means this show we've been doing for years needs to die.
I'm not trying to. I need to do this. I need to take this posting.
Yeah.
Look, we can scrap this whole conversation and talk about it off mic.
But then the people wouldn't get my very good Gatorade joke.
Yeah, I might have been too hard on that one.
No, I don't think so.
I'm not kidding, though. We don't have to even talk about the sewer gators if you're not feeling it.
I think
Yeah.
Can we just take it from the ad break? Start over a little?
Yeah, sure. I haven't actually shared the good news I had before yet.
Great.
And we're back. And I guess your first clue we were back was that you can hear our voices again. So not like a shock.
Malik was saying we have some good news.
We got a listener question, or more of a listener comment, on our show Tumblr the other day. I'm going to read it.
Shoot, we should say our show Tumblr name.
A World Gone Wrong Pod. Yeah.
Okay, now shoot.
Hey, Malik and Jamie. Thanks for making the show. I just wanted to maybe give a local update on the Pied Piper thing. I live in LA and we are still full of rats. In fact, LA is officially the rattiest city in the US. It's getting out of control. They're everywhere. Some people are actually filming TikToks begging the Pied Piper to visit. I'm not a huge kids person, but thanks to you guys, I know the lore, and I've been telling the people I know to cool it with that kind of talk. Doing my part. Saluting emoji.
I guess I was hoping for better news than...
No, but think about it. The Pied Piper should be out there playing his tunes, and he's not. There's some limit to his powers. He's getting tired. His commitment is waning. That's amazing.
Or he just has enough rats now.
Enough rats for what?
How is your good news making my skin crawl?
You gotta mind your silver linings where you can.
Congrats to Los Angeles, I guess, for your #1 rat infestation problem.
I think as a Chicagoan and a former Chicagoan, it hurts us a little to cede the throne.
Do we know how many LA rats there are?
LA rats out there with their green juices and their rat yoga. Set a child's pose. What do you call a baby rat? Pup pose? Yeah, that's actually kind of cute. Oops.
Okay, back to the matter.
No, I remember looking into this for Sewer Gator episode Uno. The rankings are based on the number of calls each city makes for exterminators. The more calls, the more rats.
Wait, but that's not remotely the same thing.
I mean, it's kind of the same thing.
No, but wouldn't that be more of an index of like how alarmed people are by rats?
Are you suggesting there's a level of jaded where you'd walk into your kitchen?
Well, I'm not saying...
See a rat, a live full-size rat staring back at you and go, shrug, guess I've got another roommate now.
No, but if you saw one in an alley, you might just turn and walk away.
It's not a scientific report. It's one metric put out by a pest control company of interest to a very select few.
Now I don't even know if we can give LA the crown.
Well, you can't make rats take a census.
Malik.
Ooh, remember when Riley lived in that place that might have had ghost mice? Do they count in the math, do you think? I could definitely see people making calls over it, but do ghost mice truly infest an apartment? I don't think they could eat your food. Do they still carry diseases? Ghost hantavirus.
Viruses can't be ghosts.
I think we could safely leave that one to the philosophers.
Viruses can't be ghosts because they were never alive.
Oh, right.
Why didn't you tell me?
Well, it's not that I forgot my high school freshman bio class. I just...
About the show and the grant.
Honestly, I haven't tried to break the news sooner because I didn't seriously think I'd get it. There's so much competition with the Scrooge grant, and so many people have such cool ideas, I almost didn't apply. You want to know why I did?
Why?
I was thinking about you running for school board. You knew you could have a positive impact, and so you went for it. I was thinking about the good we can do when we put our shoulder towards making the world a better place.
Ugh.
Sorry.
No, fucking me being all goddamn inspirational. Look, logically, I get why you're doing this. You'd be incredible at getting those interviews. You'd be incredible at plumbing the depths and analyzing it. The whole deal. Working on the show would only hold you back.
I'd want to do a good job on both. I think they hold each other back.
Yeah.
Like, you've got your avenue for improving life on this planet. I need one too.
And logically, I know that. I really do.
But otherwise...
I think you need me to be okay with this. And I'm just not.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you. I am. Fuck. Is this how it felt when I told you I was going to stay in Colorado?
I don't know.
Right.
But maybe.
Yeah.
Like, it's different, though, because that was about friendship. That was about being roommates. This is about making a podcast.
Malik, but do you really think we'll still be friends? I don't just mean friendly. I don't just mean sending each other a Christmas email once a year, like, watch out for that Welsh bone horse. Like, do you think we'll still be in each other's lives if we don't have the show? If we don't have it marked in our calendars that every other week we set aside an hour to talk about all the weirdness in the world.
Look at me. Of course.
But are you sure?
This isn't really a season of life where we can be sure about anything. I mean, the sewer gators are climbing ladders. But as definite as I feel about any fact of the universe, you're always going to be important to me. Always. There's two of us.
I've had friends. I've had close friends. People who mattered to me as much as anyone mattered. And some of those friendships ended. And some of them, I mean, we get along when we're in the same place, but that happens once every couple of years. And that's it.
Jamie.
And I'm not saying never change. I'm not saying you don't get to change and that I don't get to change and that our friendship doesn't get to change. But I don't think you can take a step like that and then tell me, oh, no, everything's going to be totally fine and we'll definitely still be friends like before.
Nobody is ever friends like before. That's not how before works.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but...
I think it's messy. And we've got to sit with that and let it be messy.
Okay. It's messy. Again, we don't have to release this episode.
I think that a complete Sewer Gators do-over would sound very fake.
We could pick another topic. There was actually a PS on the Tumblr message we got asking if we were going to cover the angels.
We're not going to cover the angels.
It would be fun, though.
It would, but everyone with the podcast has discussed the biblically accurate angels. What more could we really say?
Hey, I feel like you could make a lot of puns about all the eyes.
I could make a lot of puns about anything. I've got a gift.
And a curse. Ugh.
And a curse, yes. I guess I figured with the angels we could wait a few more seasons until we had something original to say about it.
Yeah.
Did I say congratulations yet?
You did. You can say it again, though.
Congratulations. Really.
Oh, I wish I could give you a hug.
Thanks. I wish you could give me a hug, too.
Stupid Bermuda River.
Ugh, you're telling me.
I wish I could be there and give you a hug and take my certainty that we'll still be good friends off mic and beam it directly into your brain. But unfortunately, we don't have that technology.
Yet. I really have loved doing this show with you. Thanks for suggesting it way back when.
Anytime. Well, not anytime, but...
I think I need some time to react.
That's fair. You want to end it here?
Let's.
This is Malik and Jamie signing out. We know things are getting weirder every day, and we wish you all a better tomorrow.
And even when it's ashes, there'll be part of me that wishes we could stay.
Jamie and Malik are played by Hilary Williams and Michael Turrentine. This episode was written by Jessica Best.
Directed and edited by Jeffrey Nils Gardner.
Our show art is by Carly Fairbanks.
And our bangin' theme song is Falling in Love at the End of the World by Olivia and the Lovers.
World Gone Wrong is produced and created by Jeffrey Nils Gardner and Eleanor Hyde.
This is a production of Audacious Machine Creative.
The Fable and Folly Network, where fiction producers flourish.
You're listening to this podcast, so I know you've got a curious mind. Here's a helpful fact you might not know yet. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $900 on average. Pop over to Progressive.com, answer some questions, and you'll get a quick quote with discounts that are easy to come by. In fact, 99% of their auto customers earn at least one discount. Visit Progressive.com and see if you can enjoy a little cash back. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $946 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2024 and May 2025. Potential savings will vary.